Hi Flosstube, it's Darlene, back again. It's been a while. Over a month. I think the last time I posted was March 24th. So yeah, it's been over a month. Didn't plan that, it's just the way it worked out. Definitely an issue with my internet. I uploaded it here at my house last time and it put us up over our data limit for the month. So I am going to my daughter's today, so I figured I would film this morning and then upload it while I'm at her place tonight. So that should be a little bit better. I've said in the past that we live in a place that does not have great Wi-Fi. We're actually on data, and apparently our address is in the list of addresses that should be updated to fiber up in the fall. So hopefully that improves things. We shall see. I've been waiting years and years to see my name on the list, or my address on the list, so we'll see. Anyway, I am Darlene Dion Designs here on Flosstube, on Facebook, on Etsy, on Instagram. I design and sell cross-stitch patterns and quilting patterns, and sometimes I have finished items for sale. I do have several quilted items that I'm hoping to post for sale in the next few weeks. They are pieces that I had made for my shop. I had a shop for a few years and they need to be quilted. So as soon as I get them quilted and bound, I hope to post them for sale. Don't hold your breath, but that's in the plans. Anyway, thank you so much. If you're new here, I'm very happy to see you and welcome you here. If you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for coming back. If you are new, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button, and that would be great. Anyway, I am on Canada's East Coast in Nova Scotia, and I was born and raised here, and it's home, and it's a lovely place to live. So I'm about 7 minutes from the shore, from the ocean, and we have beautiful scenery and beautiful nature around us. So that's about enough about me. Our weather here is definitely springing. We haven't had any snow for it must be 3 weeks, I would say. We usually have some snow at some point, like a dusting in mid-April or late April, but we haven't had any for a while now. So we're getting close to where it would be past that, so we'll see. If you've been here a while, you know I like winter and I like snow. Spring is my least favorite season because of the mosquitoes and black flies and mud. I live on a dirt road and it is an issue, but haven't had it. We didn't have much frost, we didn't have much snow, so we didn't have much frost in the ground, so the thaw was much easier this year than it has been other years. As for the black flies and mosquitoes, I did see some black flies on Sunday. They weren't biting yet, but most of my outdoor ventures over the next few weeks will be quick. Anyway, so I do garden a little bit. So I try to do that early in the morning before it gets warm and the black flies get really nasty. Anyway, you're here for cross stitch. So I'm going to talk cross stitch, tiny little bit of quilting at the end. I always leave that at the end in case you're not interested. So let's get started with the cross stitch. I have one fully finished. It was a start and finish since I was here last. This was on my list of things that I wanted to design and put out there this year. And this is 10 karat gold. This was really fun. Lots of oranges, and there's some patterned carrots. It was fun. And this is stitched on 28 count Monaco that I hand dyed myself. It's a light, it's not really limey green. It's just a light, it's not minty either. It looks like it is here, but it's not. I can't really get, no, it's it's green, but it's not minty anyway. So it's a lot of fun, very easy, quick little stitch, and I finished it with some nice orange speckled fabric that I had, and I put some very narrow orange rickrack around the edge. I wanted something, but I had some orange chenille that just didn't match, and so I decided to go with this color. Anyway, so I'm very happy with it. It's available in my Etsy shop. And I'm going to do a giveaway for it. And I just realized that I did not do the random name or word generator for this week's door prize. This week's draw. So I will, the ones that I had told you about last time, we'll let that go for until the next Flosstube, and then we'll do a draw for 2 of these and the ones that I had in the previous video. So anyway, if you would like to be entered to win this, you should use the word carrot, CARROT, in your comments below. So little play on the word carrot there. Anyway, yeah, so that was fun. Lots of oranges, all the fun variety of oranges in the, it's all DMC. It's all DMC oranges. It actually would be nice. I thought about doing a couple of them in a fancy floss, but in the end I just went with the DMCs. But it would be cute done in some variegated. And if you do it, I'd love to see it. Yeah, please, if you do it, send it to me. Okay, so that was my only fully finish. I have spent a fair amount of time since my last Flosstube. I am hoping to teach at the upcoming Nova Scotia Fiber Fest, which is held in Amherst. Last year was the first year back since COVID, and they tried it in the summer. It's typically always been in the fall, but this past year they tried it in, I think it was August, and this year they have decided to go back to where they originally did it, which is the week after our Thanksgiving, which is the second weekend in October. So I think it's October the 10th to the 14th this year. And I'm hoping to teach this pincushion. I didn't ask if I could show it yet. I haven't got it stuffed. It's wool applique. It's a wool crazy pincushion. So I haven't stuffed it yet. So it's not fully finished. I will ask if I can show that before my next Flosstube, and if I can, I will show you then. I did post a little sneak of it on my Instagram. If you follow me, you'd see it there. So anyway, that took me, probably most of a week, not a week straight, but when I would sit down and stitch in the evening, which is typically when I do most of my stitching, I used the time for that. So I haven't stitched. Well, I have stitched a fair amount, but I haven't had any finishes other than the carrots and the top part of the pincushion. So I'm going to show you my whips, and other than that, I have a tiny little bit of haul and a little bit of quilting to show you. So this one, I just can't seem to leave it alone. This is my Haid Heaven and Earth design, and it is a Christmas carol. And I started it sometime in 2022. I think just before Christmas last year. Anyway, I worked on it quite a lot. No, it must have been 2021, Christmas 2021. Anyway, I worked on it quite a lot at first, and then I put it away, and I think I only got it out once through the year, and then I got it out again in December. And since December, I have had it out several times, which typically I figured I would only stitch on it at Christmas, but you can really see the horse and the carriage coming I guess it's a carriage coming behind it now. You can see the definition of the buildings coming. There's quite a bit of snow here, and then down here there's I don't have the picture of it here. I can't remember, it's red, whatever it is, it's quite a bit of red coming up, so it breaks up the blue and white a little bit. So I'm enjoying it so much. This is 25 count easy grid Lugana, and there's a lot of blue. This is the first height I've done, so I'm kind of learning as I go. I know that you can see some lines here that I'm trying to learn how to deal with as I move down. I am planning to finish this whole side. I feel as though maybe I should be stitching or taking some stitches in over here as I'm stitching this, because now I'm afraid there's going to be a line here. But anyway, we shall see when I start on that. Yeah, so a lot of color changes, a lot of confetti, but it's worth it. There's 280,000 stitches in it, so it's definitely a long-term project. Last time I showed you that I had started the first block in the Anniversaries of the Heart series by Bkackbird Designs, and I finished the first, thought there was a needle there. I finished the first one, which is here. I changed the colors a fair amount. I didn't really want it to reflect winter as much as the picture on the chart does, because the picture on the chart really doesn't look the same as the called for threads now. So anyway, I chose my own threads. They're all, I think they're all DMCs. Yep. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I haven't personalized it yet, and I probably won't until I finish all of them and then decide who's going where, whose anniversaries or dates or birth dates or whatever is going in. So, and I started that on my birthday. It was my birthday start this year, which is the 22nd of March, and I figured I would start the second one on April the 22nd. Completely forgot about it. So maybe this week I'll get to that. I put a few stitches in this one, Words to Live By. This is Words to Live By Love, which is 1 Corinthians 13, I think it is. Anyway, so that is by Heartstring Samplery. Yep. And I'm doing it in 3371 on 25 count. I think it's 25 count Lugana. I'm pretty sure it's a Lori Holt Lugana, and I think the color is called Farmhouse. I think. Anyway, I'm really happy with it. And I got another line. I think I finished this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have had most of that line done last time. I can't remember. Anyway, I love it. Very pleased with it. It's one strand over one thread on 25 count Lugana. This is I showed you this one last time too. Oh, that's the chart. Don't want to show you that. This is Modern Folk Embroidery Real Comfort, a Jane Austen sampler. So I told you last time I had a new start on this, and this is where I am. So I filled in quite a bit on the house, the roof this time, and I finished the vine, not the leaves, but I had them all. I just went back and did the opposite leg of the stitch on that vine. Anyway, I'm really happy with it. It's fun. And this again is 28 count, and I'm doing it 1 over 1 on Lugana cream. It's just I think it's actually one I dyed myself. So it's probably a tea dyed Lugana. Anyway, I'm enjoying it much better since the restart. So that's a good thing. And I'm using number 816, DMC 816 is the color. And I've shown you this one most of my videos too. This is Carolyn Manning design, Daybreak. It's growing. Haven't done a lot on it this time, but definitely some progress. Got a needle here. So I would say I finished this maybe, and this, and this. Can't remember for sure, but anyway, I love it. Love the, I'm not doing the called for colors. I definitely made some changes there. So yeah, but I love it. It's all DMC. I had a new start, which I never thought of that in the beginning. And this one is on my iPad, so I don't have the chart here to show you. This is Mama Loves You GB's, the one that she did after the Queen's funeral. So this is my start on it. Oh, what's the phrase? May something angels sing me to thy rest, or anyway, I just love it. So this is my start. I'm doing it in red. I'm pretty sure it's 321. Yeah, 320 DMC 321. And I also am doing this on, I think it's 32 count Lagana ivory or cream Lagana. Yep. Remove that needle. Very happy with it. Love it. I've only stitched on it maybe three nights, 4. I don't know. Not a lot. And then this week I pulled out, I didn't get anything ironed this time, which I'm sorry. I have this chart printed, but I have the picture in black and white, I think. Yeah, you can't really see it here. It's Clemence, Janeau, 1889 by... There you go. That's who it's by. Anyway, it's a very popular one. A lot of people, and I'm just doing the middle wreath like so many have done. And here's my progress on that. So this week, when I pulled it out, I put some more green in this bottom leaf, branch, leaf, whatever it is. I think there's more than one leaf, but anyway, not a whole lot, but a little bit. So, and I'm using the DMC conversion. Or I should say the DMC, called for DMC. So that's really fun. I enjoy stitching that. And I'm stitching that on linen. I think it's Duxbury by Fox and Rabbit. And it's 36 count. And I'm stitching it 1/2. And I think that's all of my stitching. I feel like there's more, but I do have another project in the works that's one of my own designs. It's real close to being done, but I didn't want to show it to you yet until I have it finished. So probably next time that I'm here, I will have it finished and have it available. It's a Canadian, it's to celebrate Canada Day, which is coming up July 1st. So that's pretty much it for my stitching, like I said. I've been watching some Flosstube, not a whole lot. Like I said, I ran out of data last month, so I didn't do too much with it, but my regulars. I know that I watched a couple of new ones that I wanted to mention, and of course now I didn't write them down and I can't remember what they were, but as I come to them again, I subscribed. So as I come to them again, I'll try to make a note and tell you about them next time. So yeah, if you're not sticking around to see the little bit of quilting I did have a little haul but I forgot to bring it in here. It's just 3 pieces of fabric from 123 Stitch. One is, might be right there. Just give me a second. No, it is not. Okay, well, I'll try to remember to show you that next time. It's 3 pieces of linen from 123 Stitch. One of them is a lot rosier, pinkier than I expected it to be. So I'm not really, I think I will use it. I just don't have any definite plans for it. One is gingerbread. And I think the other one might be heritage, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll try to show you next time. So if you were only here for the stitching, thank you so much. I have a little bit of quilting to show you, not much. I'm having sewing machine issues. I have been sewing with a Pfaff Ambition Essential for just over 10 years, and I'm having problems with the foot pedal. So I don't know if it's the pedal or the cord or where the cord, the receptacle that receives the cord into the machine. So I had it, I didn't want to put a lot of money on it. I mean, it's almost 11 years old and it's been a really good machine, but I have used it a lot. It's been a workhorse. So I don't really want to invest a whole lot into it when I kind of had been thinking of upgrading anyway. So I'm going tonight to my daughter's and we're going to go into the city tomorrow and look at some machines then. So I've kind of been a little delayed in, I do have an older Bernina that I use as a backup, but it's just not the same. I mean, it's a solid machine. It's one of the best sewing machines I've ever, the best working sewing machine that I've ever sat down and sewn at. But I'm missing some of the bells and whistles that I'm used to. So, yeah, I don't have, I really am going with no expectation as to what I'm coming home with or if I'm coming home with anything. I had a Juki in mind, but I don't want to have to maintain two machines, and the Juki that I wanted, it was a semi-industrial, and that's just a straight stitch. All I really want is a straight stitch and a blanket stitch, but you just can't get the semi-industrial with a blanket stitch. So I've kind of gone away from the idea of a Juki because, like I said, I don't want to maintain 2. I've got that other Bernina that I will use as a backup when I absolutely have to, but I don't need 3 machines and don't want to spend the money on repairing one and investing in a new one. So we'll see. I will hopefully come home with something, but I don't have my heart set on any particular brand right now. I had done some sewing on my Bernina, so I am working on a runner that will be a pattern that I release hopefully in the next few weeks. I could easily finish it in a day and then have it quilted, so we'll see. Maybe that's in the works for next week. Hopefully we'll see, and then get it quilted and get it written. So I have been doing some handwork on my little honeycomb project. So this is a project that I'm following on Instagram with Naomi. I think I've tagged her in the notes, so I'll try to do that again in today's notes. So each month she has a prompt, and then each month she has a theme, and then each week she gives you a prompt for that particular week. So for April, the first week of April, I think it was Easter or spring, and then the rest of April, the theme was flowers and plants. So my April has been this one, and that was the first week with the Easter or spring. And no, I'm wrong. This was, I think, the first week. So, and I should have brought in a piece of the fabric that this came from. It's really cute fabric. So I have the little bird and he's sitting on a mushroom. This is a mushroom. Anyway, and then I did this one, which was the watering cans. And this past week was, the prompt was use a floral fabric to come up with a new flower. So this is a bud that I cut out of the fabric and made it into a new flower. Anyway, so yeah, I've started joining them. I have this black print that I'm focus cutting to put in there, and I'm very much liking the way it's coming together. So I will continue up this way, and yeah. So there might have been one more since I was here last, but which one would it be? Might have been this one. Can't remember. This one was what's that technique? I can't remember what it's called. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's where you take 4 pieces of fabric and end up with as close to the original design as you can make it look. And that's what the prompt is for this week too. It's my least favorite, absolutely least favorite prompt that she gives so far. So actually I had debated even doing it this week. I just don't like, but anyway, I did read another tutorial about it last night, and so I may give it a try. I'm not sure. We'll see. I got a new quilt book. Well, new to me. It's a Adidas Sitar. Patches of Scraps. I love Adidas projects. All of her quilts are so beautiful. I attend 2 guilds, and the Claire guild that I go to, one of the girls that I typically sit with is working on one of the star quilts out of the Patches of Stars, I think, book, and it is just stunning. I'm pretty sure she's using all Adidas fabric, and it is just beautiful. So I kind of don't want to start anything new because I really have lots that I really should be finishing up before I do that. But I thought I must pick that book up just to maybe give myself a little inspiration. So yeah, love her stuff. Anyway, that's about it for me today. Like I said, I'm going looking at machines today and looking forward to that. Hopefully when I see you again, I will have a new machine to tell you about, to show you maybe. So the giveaway is for my 10 karat gold, and you need to use the word carrot in the comments below. Please don't use any of the catchphrases that the scammers use. Where am I coming up with door prize? Prize, freebie, you know the words. Please be over 18 because I will have to ask for your email address. And yeah, I think that's everything. Pretty sure. So finally, I'm happy to have gotten back. I hope I'm not a month again this time, but with this internet issue, it'll be what it is until hopefully in the fall things will improve. So thank you so much for coming by. I hope you're enjoying all your stitching, and hope you're enjoying the spring, and that you're not minding the black flies and mosquitoes too much like I know I will. Anyway, thanks for coming by, and have a great day.